Number 7, Emma Tucson. Number 8, Emily O'Neill. Number 9, Madison Cook. Number 10, Amy Pope. Number 14, Emily Simmons. Number 15, Julie Bernardo. Number 18, Emily Kinch. And now the sharp starters, a sophomore from St. Cloud, Florida. Number 6, Brittany Landrum. A freshman from Tampa, Florida, number 11, Elizabeth Price. A grad student from Athens, Greece, number 12, Alex Sumner. A sophomore from California, number 13, Amanda Hall. A grad student from Verona, Italy, number 19, number 16, Miranda Blanco. A freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 17, freshman coach Mike. And a junior from Brazil, number 20, Bruna Avila. Head coach of the Sharks is Brian Rose, assisted by Celine Heidelberg. Here are your number University of Tampa starting two First, the Spark reserves number 1, Emily Dell. Number 4, Anthony Correa. Number 5, Jackson Rivera. Number 6, Simon Luma. Number 12, Amy Dillon. Number 14, Sia Reza. Number 20, Tatiana Lyon. Number 21, Chelsea Simmons. Number 22, Jenna Askew. And now your starting star, Libero, is a safety from Buran, Puerto Rico. Senior from Whitney, for Melissa. Senior from Westie, Florida. Joy Hunter. A senior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. With you. Freshman from St. Petersburg, number 15, Karen Ball.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a presentation of Friday Night Volleyball, live here at the University of Tampa. We've got ourselves a Sunshine State Conference grudge match. The 8th-ranked Tampa Spartans take on 20th-ranked Nova Southeastern. This is going to be an important game, not just for each team. With Nova being undefeated, Tampa being 12 and run, both are still undefeated in conference play, but that will end tonight. Tampa is pretty good this season, of course, 8th ranked nationally, and are just coming off a 2-1 win against, 3-1 win against Florida Southern on October 5th. Nova Southeastern's last game was September 30th, where they took a 3-2 win at Embry-Riddle. Both teams are nationally ranked, and both teams are 1-2 in the conference. So this is a game that will possibly be one that they'll both look back at the playoffs, seeing that if this game had gone differently, could the season have gone differently? The winner of this game tonight will inherit the conference lead no matter the results, as Tampa still leads it. Nova Southeastern will be looking to get the upset. A few players to watch on each team. First off, Katie McKeel, the leading killer for Tampa with 149 on the year. Claudia Rivera with 213 digs is the top defender. And Melissa Elias has 253 assists. Meanwhile, Elizabeth Price, number 11 for Nova, has got 142 kills on the year. Presley Brookbank has got 181 digs, while Madison Cook has 306 assists. You'll be expecting the number 9, which is Cook, to get a lot of the action for Nova Southeastern as the first set will get underway. It's a good start to Tampa, and they'll take a 1-0 lead. That's right. A good hit, it's 1-1. Good hits, not able to be hit back up though. And Nova will take a 2-1 lead in the set as they'll prepare the fourth serve of the set. There was a fault there for Nova Southeastern. Tampa will get the point and equalize it again. Just as we expected right at the get-go. Both teams performing well. 2-2 so far. A lot of time left in the set though. And that's an error on the reaction from the serve. And that'll give Tampa the points. A chance to go up 2 here before the serve changes again. It's going to hit the net though, so it'll remain 3-3. We see McKeel and Price on the same side. And there's McKeel, and that's going to be a point for Tampa. Another good play. Nova was able to get onto it, but not able to recover it enough to set up another attack. Here's the serve again for Tampa. And once again, it's Price striking right back, but she went a little too far forward. Tampa take a 5-3 lead. And right back over, it's in. 5-4, Nova's going to recover. Here's the serve. Played nicely. That's a good save there from Rivera. Is it going to be able to be kept in? It will. Good recovery from Tampa. Recovery was all for naught, though. Nova will regain the point off a really nice kill. 5-5. And that's a good block at the line. It's going to be Nova taking their first lead of the night. 6-5. Apologies, that's the point to Tampa. They're up 6-5 still. The serve is going to be far. And he is once again equal. 12 points have been played so far in the set. Some substitutions coming in for Nova here. And just as expected, it is a dead heat. And I don't think any team will be able to really pull away in this set so far. This could be one that'll come down to the wire. That's a good play. And Nova will now take the lead. Good serve from Nova, good recovery. It's a really nice play. Price. And that's going to be another point for Nova. They take a 2-point lead here. And a new serve. That's far, so Tampa's going to get one right back. 8-7. As they regain the serve. They'll have a chance to equalize. Rivera now to serve. Price again, and can't be saved. It was a good effort from number 1. Unfortunately, wasn't able to reach it. Nova still lead as they regain the serve. Good play. That's great news for Tampa. They regain a point, and it'll be right behind 8-9. A chance to equalize here. It's a good chance. Good dig by Rivera. It's going to be tapped by the net. A good pass upwards. Saved. That's a good block there by Tampa. Nova recovers. Another chance. Tipped up by Tampa. And a good chance. Nova's going to dive for it. A good recovery. And Tampa will win the longest point of the night so far. 9-9. Good work by both sides to keep the ball in the air. And it led to Tampa getting a really nice kill. Momentum is swinging back and forth, back and forth. No team has really gotten a massive foothold. The largest lead has been 2 as it's back to equal. That's going to go out. Nova regains the lead and will reach 10. That's a good fake, and it's going to go in for a nice Tampa point. Once again, it's 10-10. Another substitution for Tampa here. And that's a good block, but a great save. That's going to be blocked right at the line. Tampa take the lead once again, 11-10. It's a good hit, and it's going to be a nice point for Nova. They have brought it back to 11-11. Some new subs coming into the game is going to be Madison Cook. She'll be getting the first serve here. But of course, keep an eye on Cook when the ball goes back to Nova's side. She's had a lot of assists. I would not be surprised if she sets something up, but not at this point. Tampa is now up 12-1. And Tampa's able to win another point off just too long of a hit. Went a little too far. Now Tampa's back up by 2. On the serve again. And it's going to be another point for Nova here. Once again, we see the game so close. Claudia Rivera is headed back into the game. She's a key part of the Tampa's back line, making good plays and setting up good chances for Tampa. Positioned back at the right. I imagine Nova won't want to try to hit it to her. And that is far. Tampa will go up 14-12 here. Another sub in for Tampa. McKeel will go to the bench to take a breather. McKeel, of course, still the leading killer for Tampa. At this point, over 150 on the year. Nova as well, they're going to try to get one right back. And they will. 14-13. Still plenty of time left in the first. This game could determine momentum for the rest of the match. Good save right there off the dig. And it's going to lead to a nice play. Nova can't keep it alive. Really good effort to hit it up twice, but everyone on the ground. No one was able to get it over. Tampa's up 2, 15-13. 10 points to win the first game. Good hit over. And Nova will get one right back. 15-14. And some more substitutions for Tampa here and for Nova. 2 will go on for Nova, including the new server. That's a good block, but the block won't go over the net. Tampa will get the point, 16-14. Rivera on the serve again. Tampa's been slightly better, but again, this game has been so close so far. It's been back and forth. That's a good dig by Rivera, but it's not able to be played. 16-15, Nova has fought right back there. And just looking at a broad overview of the stats tonight, as Tampa goes back up 17-15, Elizabeth Price, as expected, is the leading killer so far with 4. Brittany Landrum and Julia Bernards also able to get 3. Sorrel Houghton and Katie McKeel have 2 each, as well as Kaylee Kors on 2. Nova once again on a good point, and now get by Tampa, 17-16. It is still very close. Alex Soma on the kill. And here's the serve. That's a great block there from Nova Southeastern to tie it at 17. And we're going to get our first timeout, so we will be back right after this. As the timeout is finished, we are back to continue this exciting Friday night match of volleyball. Number 8 and number 20 nationally playing to be the top of the Sunshine State Conference, and that is a good point for Nova to take an 18-17 lead on the first set. Here's the serve. And that's going to go down as Tampa equalizes once more. I might need to find a new word for equalize, as I have a feeling for the rest of the night I'm going to be using that as my most used word in my vocabulary. As this game is just a dead heat and nothing less than what we expected from two of the top teams in the nation. And that's a good hit. And a great play for Nova. 19-18 lead here. Katie McKeel back in the game. She's been a vital part for Tampa this season. I anticipate she'll still have a huge impact here tonight. And that's going to be a great point for Tampa. A great play right there to cause a little bit of an error on the defensive side. It is 19-19 now. And Kelly Kors. A great play right there. That's a far serve, though, and Nova retakes the lead, 20-19. Nova on the serve once again. Played well. That's a really nice hit. The tap instead of the slam. And Mariano Fiocco is going to be able to get Tampa another point and equalize. And I actually do apologize. That's actually Taylor Fossler, not Fiocco. Mariana's on the Sharks. Fossler's a Spartan. And 20 all. That's a good hit and a great save. The dig, but they're not able to recover it again. It's 21-20 Nova. What an effort there. What an effort. You can see just how strong Claudia Rivera has been off that great play, but unfortunately, that's just such a hard ball to rebound. So Nova will still get the point, and they're on the serve again, 21-20. Blocked, saved, up again. And a nice assist, and it'll go over for a point for Tampa. It is once again equal as the sub will go on. JJ Ramirez is back on. Substituting out for Callie Kors. Also coming off. Someone else for Tampa. As they once again will have to serve. And Nova's not going to be able to play that well enough. And Tampa's going to get a crucial point here as we're coming to the climax of the first stage. Of the first set. With the way this has been going, I wouldn't be surprised if we had to go all the way to 5. Nova now. The good chance, and they'll get it, 22-22. Both teams neck and neck. No one's giving an inch. They're coming in, Bruna Avia and Amanda Hall. Avia will be on the serve. That's a great serve, but it's going to go. Off the recovery for Tampa. Tampa gets the point. Yes, Tampa will. Nova not happy with the call. They thought it went a little far off that hit. The judge at the net has ruled point for Tampa. And it looks like that point will stand as Tampa regains the serve. And Claudia Rivera back on the serve now. And no, it's going to be out. And they are going to tie it up once again, 23-23. And a few more subs coming in here. Now interesting to see, we've seen a lot of Nova players already touch the action. Not as many for Tampa. Nova's going to get a huge point here, and they have a chance to win the first set, up 24-23. Timeout for Tampa, and we'll be right back.
They say college is a place for self-discovery, But this isn't the place for students to find their way, because our students know where they're headed. The school that got its start in a storefront knows a little something about ambition, focus, and shaping leaders. We've never had to climb out of our ivory tower. We're too grounded in the real world. Internships, research, guidance, and answers, leaving no question about a clear path to success. When you play to your strengths, you only get stronger.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
And we are back as Nova's going to take the serve. It's 24-24. The set is not over yet. And some stressful points right here. This first set could be a real tipping point for who gets advantage throughout the entire match. For both teams playing so well so far, I'd be surprised if any team seriously won it majorly. And Nova is going to take it 25 points right here. And set point here for Nova Southeastern. The pressure building on the serve. Claudia up. Played over. Point goes to Nova, and they will take the first set, 26-24. And that comes from a rough set. And an unbelievably close so far. Take a few-minute break on the action. It's been a dead heat, though. An advantage for Nova, but Tampa's not going to back down that easily. And a few of the key stats from that first set. As expected, as mentioned, Elizabeth Price, the leading killer for both teams, ironically. Elizabeth has had 5 on the night, followed by Julia Bernardis on 4. Mariano Fiocco has had 4 as well. Meanwhile, Tampa has managed to have a few good killers too. Sorrel Hood and Callie Kors have managed to get 3 each. And Katie McKeel has also gotten 2 as well. Both Mariana Fiocco and Alex Soma have managed to block each, as the only 2 blocks in the game. So far from the numbers, Nova's been performing a bit better, and that's not too surprising, for they have won the first set. They lead Tampa on attacks 27-17, and we'll be back right after this.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
And we are back for what is surely game of the night throughout the entirety of Division II. But of course, the game of the season, I'd say. Most important one of the regular season for both sides here. Tampa and Nova Southeastern fighting for what very well could be the conference title tonight. Currently, Nova won a very tight first set, 26-24. They'll have the advantage entering set number 2. But Tampa's always looking to bounce back. McKeel and Rivera back into play. Two of Tampa's most important players here. Tampa will begin with the serve. And that's going to go out. Tampa takes the lead, 1-0 to open up the second set. Now looking back at set number 1, Nova didn't just win the first set on a fluke. They've been looking better by the numbers. But Tampa's going to look to come right back as they will. A nice 2-0 lead to open up the second set. A nice rally here could be what Tampa needs to try to get in control of the game. But Nova's looked so strong, and we haven't had a lead that's exceeded 3. In fact, I don't even think we've had a 3-point lead throughout the entirety of tonight. And it won't happen here. Nova will get a point back, 2-1. Tampa wasn't able to set up a good attack, and Nova was able to get the block to fail. Here's the serve. Tampa plays it. And oh, it's a nice play right there. It's not going to be able to recover off of McKeel's attack. And Tampa takes a 3-1 lead. And that's a bad serve right there for Tampa. Nova is back 3-2. A substitution now coming on. A few subs here for Nova Southeastern. Tampa still leads 3-2 in the set. Quaddy on a nice play. Here's Tampa's attack. It's blocked. It's recovered. And they are going to get it up, but the play won't continue. Nova's going to equalize 3-3. There is actually a little confusion here on who the point is awarded to. The refs will discuss it over. From our point of view, it looked like Nova. So far, Nova's been 54% on hits, with Tampa 60%. However, when it comes to crucial attacks, Nova's had an advantage. They've had 21 kills to 13, and now 31 attacks to 20. But sometimes a good counterattack's all that needed. And Nova's been able to find their point here as it's officially awarded now, 3-3. Nova once again on the service. a little bit of deliberation between the referees at Tampa, as there's a small break before the next point. Nova's bench seems enthusiastic. Tampa a little more focused. But both teams still giving it their all. And here's the new point. It's a great play, but it's going to be a little wide. Nova will go up 4, getting their first lead of the new set. They've got 3 unanswered so far. Tampa's looking to recover. It's a great play to set up. Now once again on the attack. Nova Southeastern. And Tampa's going to equalize again, 4-4. And so far, Florida... A rough service. It's 4-5 Nova. But so far this season, these two teams have been at the top of the Sunshine State Conference. Combined records, they're 25-1 and 13-0 in conference play. Both are nationally ranked, and you see why tonight with really solid play all around. And Nova can't recover that attack. Tampa goes up 6-5. Or no, 5-5. I apologize. The scoreboard changed a little early for me. I misread it. We're 10 points through this set. And once again, we are in an even dead heat. It went like this last time, so not surprising to see it continue. Nova Southeastern now. A good hit, but it's going to go out. Tampa will take another lead again, 6-5. Bernard's missed the attack in the last play, but it's had 5 kills in the night. There's Nova now. That's a great block, but Nova's going to save it. And Tampa can't recover. Great recovery on defense by Nova to bring it back to 6-6. And a change here for Nova. That's a great play. Not going to be recovered cleanly enough. Tampa's a 7-6 lead now. And here's the service. Oh! Nova got it over, catching Tampa napping, but they woke up in time and are going to be able. The ref's deliberating, but it's going to be a point for Nova as the attack went just a little far. JJ Ramirez is subbing in for Tampa. Amanda Hall out for Bruna Avia. The fake from Fossler. Nova blocked at the line. And that attack is going to go and stay in. Tampa not super happy with that call. 8-7. Nova still lead. But that serve is going to go wide, so Tampa will get it right back, 8-8. It's been a great night so far of Division II volleyball action with two of the best teams in the country. Claudia Rivera now on the serve. Getting over the block. A long volley here. and not being able to be stopped. Tampa take the lead again. Apart from that first set loss, Tampa's remained composed, and they're looking a little bit stronger here to start out set number 2. They've even clawed back on the the attack deficit. Nova's got 40 on the night compared to Tampa's 31. Nova at the line, and that is going to be a point for Nova as they equalize. And here's the serve from Nova. Covered by Tampa for an attack. Blocked at the line. Picked up. And they're going to save themselves from losing that point. Nova's going to recover. And this has been an intense volley back and forth. Chances for points. But this time Tampa seals it 10-9. 2 chances right there. The point could have ended. But both times the teams were able to recover. A new change for Tampa. And they'll have the service. And blocked at the line. Tampa get the point and will lead 11-9. And that's going to be a nice block. And Rivera can't get to it, sadly. Great effort, though. And Nova will bring one back, 11-10. Serve once again. Great attack right here. And that is a great play from Katie McHale. Wow. Able to put it right on the line, right on the edge, and keep it in. There's a reason she's one of Tampa's strongest players. And 5 kills in the night, keeping up the top killer from Nova as well. Nova with a good attack, but it's going to be rallied by Tampa. And McHale again! Giving Tampa a nice lead here, 13-10. The first time any team has gone up 3 in a set. $13-10 here. Tampa halfway to the magic number of 25. That's a great serve. Nova's going to be able to recover. That's a great block, though. Tampa now, another hit. And Tampa's going to seal the point on an attack error. They're up 14-10 now. And there will be a timeout. The second set continues right after this.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can. And then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, heart, our drive to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And we are back here, 14-10 still in the second set. Tampa versus Nova Southeastern. That's a good play. Tampa will now take a 15-10 lead. They have gotten a few points unanswered here, and they are starting to pull away. Nova still trying to keep in the set. They have the one-set lead, though. Tampa's trying to equalize. Price and McKeel, both top attackers for each school in right now, trying to make the edge happen to give momentum. Tampa, however, currently in control. A great block, great recovery, and that's going to be huge for Tampa, 16-10. And Tampa's started to heat up here. Nova needs to find an answer real quick, or else Tampa can claw themselves right back into this game. That's going to be a service error for Tampa, and Nova's going to get 1 point back to stop the run. 16-11, Tampa still leads. Madison Cook back on, and she's going to be having the service here. Cook so far has gotten 8 assists tonight. That's going to be another, I think, for her, 16-12. And it's going to be a service error, 17-12. Tampa continued to have a 5-point lead. And they regain the serve here. And not able to be recovered well enough by Tampa. And Nova will get another point here. This match has been so close between both teams. This is one of the first times we've seen a team hold a serious advantage. Even so, it's only 4 points. And Nova have just won 2 in a row. Nova recovery. And they're going to get another. It's now 17-14. Now they've responded with a multiple rally, are earning some good points. Tampa here, that's a good hit. And it's now 17-15. Momentum is now swung in favor for Nova, and Tampa's now looking to get right back in control of it. And we could still see this game and set go back tied. Tampa will take a timeout to do just that. And we will be back right after these messages.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
And we are back. Friday night action under the bright lights here at Tampa. Nova will regain the serve. They've been on a 3-point run, but Tampa still lead the set, 17-15. 1-0, however, on the night for Nova. And that's a great play by Tampa, but the attack will be missed. Nova are now back within one, 17-16. And this time Fosler won't miss. 18-16, Tampa retain their lead. And you can already tell that Tampa's really gotten back in control of the game. They've clawed that attack deficit to only 50-46 when it was nearly 10 after the first set. But Nova are not out yet. 18-17 as they win another big point right here. And there's another sub for the Sharks. Serve, but it's going to be really nicely rebounded. A little bit of an error on the setup from Tampa, giving Nova a wide open attack to equalize. Once again, Nova on the serve. Good play. Nova, good chance. Good recovery from Tampa. And Claudia's just going to hit it back over. Nova again on the attack. And a great block from Tampa. 19-18 Spartans regain the lead. Horace and Fosler made a massive block there. And that is another good point for Nova here, as we once again reach the final points of the set. It is again a dead heat, an even stalemate. The battle for the Sunshine State Conference. Only one team will exit Tampa tonight undefeated. Both teams with a lot to gain and a lot to lose. And that is going to be another Nova point. They finally regained the lead after a long time being down in the set. At a time looking like Tampa could have had the set done and dusted. But Nova have kept in there. It's 2019 them. Great play for Tampa. And it's going to be a setup there. 21-19 Nova. And they've got a chance right here, as there will be another timeout. The conclusion of the second set will be right after this. And what a play right there. Unfortunately, a set error. We'll be right back.
Just another ordinary day at UT. And we are back. Here's the serve from Nova.
21-19 in the second set. And make that 20, a massive point for Tampa to get right back in it. Foster will come out for now as Sierra Razor comes back in. Claudia Rivera on the serve. That's a nice hit from Nova. And that is another Tampa point. It's 21-21. And we are again going to have a set that is just going down to the wire. You can tell why these two teams are at the absolute top of the NCAA Division II standings. Both of them ranked top 25 in the coaches' poll. Tampa ranked number 8, Nova ranked number 20. After their previous wins, Nova jumped from 23 to 20. Tampa's remained at 8, but has steadily climbed up from 10 over the past week or so. That's a great block from Tampa. Another great block from Tampa. They take the lead again, 22-21. And a timeout for Nova Southeastern. And we'll be right back with more action. And we are back. The timeout is concluded. Tampa on the serve once again. I believe that's the final timeout for each team so far. The set. That's a great play. Great effort, but not able to get it. It was a really nice attempt by Presley Brooksbank. But unfortunately, she can't recover it. Tampa takes a 23-21 lead. Tampa's still in control and looking to get right back in this game by making it 1-1 on sets. They need 2 more points to do it. And once again, Claudia Rivera on the serve. And a great block. Can Nova recover it? Yes, they do. Tampa can't. Oh, what an effort from Rivera. It's just a little too far. Going nearly out of bounds on the basketball court to try to reach for that. But unfortunately, that was a really good recovery from Nova. They take it 23-22. You can see why Claudia Rivera is so important for the Spartans. One of the strongest players. Tampa once again now a chance. And they'll get it. 24-22 set point to equalize the game. To equalize the match. Tampa on the serve. Blocked at the line, 24-23. The set is not done yet. And I believe here Nova will regain the serve. Blocked to the line. Recovered. McKeel with a good hit over. Good chance for Claudia. They can't reach it. It is once again 24-24. The set won't end at 25 again. Wow. And you can tell just how good these teams are. And Tampa now will get the advantage. 25-24. They will once again have set point. Coors comes on for Tampa. Here's the hit, Nova. And it's blocked! Tampa come right back. 26-24 in set number 2. And Tampa will equalize. It won't be a sweep. And I think that was pretty clear from the get-go. I don't think any team would have wanted to go down in 3 sets. So it'll be 1-1 as we enter set number 3 in just a few minutes. Tampa has fought right back, and I think deservedly so. They've looked like the stronger team. But Nova had a great recovery in the middle of the set to prevent a 17-10 lead from leading to the set ending early. Tampa was able to get a nice block at the end by Callie Coors and win 26-24 for now. And we'll be back very soon for set number 3.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And we are back. It is 1-1 currently after two thrilling sets that have each went 50 points. So far, it's been relatively equal, although Nova Southeastern has been more aggressive with 70 attacks on the night, and they lead 34 on 26 kills. It's been still really even in a lot of categories. Tampa leading in hit percentage. While even though Nova Southeastern are doing a little bit better, Tampa has held the largest lead of the night at 7 points. But that was just for one stretch of time where Nova was able to climb right back. In fact, I think that's still been one of the only times that we've seen a team get out to a lead that's over 3 points. These two teams are so evenly matched, 8th and 20th nationally, 1st and 2nd in the Sunshine State Conference. Only one loss between the two teams so far. And sadly, one team will have to add one tonight. There's Tampa's serve. And Tampa's points off the missed attack. They lead 1-0 to open up set number 3. And a really nicely placed hit there. And Nova will go right back and make it 1-1. The play, it's kept alive by Tampa. And this time, Nova Southeastern will get the point. See, once again, a great defensive play from Claudia Rivera, leading to a really nice recovery. But I keep calling it Florida Southeastern. I apologize. It's Nova. Tampa going to go right back here and make it 2-2. There are a lot of great games on tonight for different sports, but I'm glad you've chosen what arguably could be one of the most important volleyball matches of the year in Division II volleyball. Apart from the tournament, this is a regular season game between two titans, two of the top teams in what could be a conference decider for the regular season. That's a good hit there, and Nova will go up. Wait. I think it's actually Tampa's point. Yes, it just went out of bounds. Nova not very happy about that call. They felt it was in. Well, up here, it looks like it was Tampa's point, from my view. But those are really tough calls. You got to respect the referees. Night in and night out, they have to make those calls count. Once again, Tampa will get the serve. Nova's been very good on getting rebounds and attacks, though. And that's a good attack right there from Nova. And that was Price again, her 9th kill of the night. She doesn't have the world's greatest hit percentage at only 15%. But when she hits it, you can expect it to lead to a point for Nova. That's a nice block right there for Nova Southeastern. They'll go up 4-3. And that's a really nice defense there. Get yourself a player who could do both. Tampa now down 5-3. That's a good hit by Tampa. Nova can't save it. 5-4. Tampa's gotten 1 point right back. Coming back on for Tampa now is Emily No. She's also going to be taking the serve. No tonight has had 7 assists. The second most for the Spartans. And it's going to be a failed service, sadly. 6-4, Nova will regain the lead. The 2-point lead. And 2 new subs coming in for Nova Southeastern here. And they once again will get the serve. That's a really nice play. That's going to be a Tampa point. Once again, Tampa on the serve. It's a service error twice in a row for Tampa. 7-5. And once again, a substitution being made for Nova Southeastern. It looks like it's going to be Price that's taking a breather. And it's a nice hit, but it's going to be a nice recovery from Nova Southeastern. Tampa will do the same. Gets over the wall. That's another strong volley for both sides. And the point will go to Nova. They take a 3-point lead. The first time they lead by 3 tonight. Five Nova. Good blocking, great play to get it over by Claudia. Blocked again. And Nova Southeastern now go up 9-5. That's a great recovery play from Tampa. 9-6, they're getting right back into it. And so far from what we've seen tonight, Tampa's done a good job, but Nova has been playing slightly better. Tampa's going to need to keep it up, keep up the pressure, and try to really get back in the lead of the set. And Nova's going to get another point right here, 10-6. Here's the serve from Nova. And that's a misplaced attack. Actually, no, it's placed well. And Tampa's going to get it right back. 10-7. A new sub coming in for Tampa here. Here's Tampa's serve. McKeel, not the greatest attack right there. Goes over the net a little too early. Nova's up now 11-7. Nova Southeastern will have to serve once again. And Tampa's not able to get onto it. It's 12-7 Nova. Tampa's going to take a timeout. Nova's really gained momentum this set. And it could lead to what you technically have to call an upset, but even though there is only a few place ranking difference between the teams, I think it would be very, very disrespectful to say that this is a major upset of any kind for Nova. They've proven that they deserve a higher rank than 20 and proven that they are strong. Tampa's hung in there so far. They need to do just a little more to try to win their 13th of the year and stay undefeated in the conference. We'll be right back.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And we are back. It's going to be Nova Southeastern on the serve. They lead 12-7 in the third set. It's even 1-1 so far. The set counts. There's Katie McKeel. Followed up. Great defensive play by Tampa. Going to lead to a nice play again. Nova's going to be able to counter. And Tampa wins a big point right here. 12-8. And Callie Kors is back on. And here's the serve. And Tampa is going to get the point after an attacking fault for Nova Southeastern. It is 12-9. Still plenty of time left in the set, and Tampa has been climbing back. Nova's coach currently discussing with the referee, I believe, on that last call. He's had a great game plan tonight, however, for Nova. And he's made them the stronger team, I think, apart from the great play at the side. Tampa, however, will get the serve. And a chance to try to claw that deficit a little bit more. And a great block from Tampa is 12-10. And you can tell the crowd is absolutely loving it for Tampa. And that's an error on the service. Oh, the point's going to go to Nova, though. Tampa not super happy about that. Nova glad to get that. And Tampa's coach now deliberating with one of the officials. Waiting, I believe, on the official call. But if the ruling stands, Nova regains a 3-point lead. And looks like it will. A disappointing for Tampa. It looked like they did everything right. I think it could be, yep, it's going to be officially Nova's point. Or no, it's going to be a reset. Scoreboard didn't update, so I believe, nope, it did update. And we'll update again. It's a 14-10 lead for Nova now. What, point to Tampa? No, it was a point for Nova, 14-10. And it's going to go far. Nova now lead 15-10. We saw Tampa pull away in the middle of the set last time and gain a 17-10 lead. But at that 17 mark, Nova climbed right back to equalize and would ultimately take it to 24-24 again. And Tampa's going to get one right back here, 15-11. And a substitute coming on for Tampa. Sierra Razor will be back on the court, replacing Mackenzie Dufresne. Dufresne, I believe, actually. Once again, Claudia Rivera on the serve. And that's another good point win, this time for Nova. The block went wide, it looks like. 16-11. And Nova will regain the serve. And that's going to be a nice chance. Good recovery from Nova. And they're going to have an error on the attack. 16-12. Tampa stay alive. And Katie McHugh will get a breather, as Emily No will come back in. And she's going to have the serve. A great block for Tampa. And they're going to get that point back again, 16-13. Tampa serve. That's a great play at the line. Tampa bring it 16-14. They're on a 3-point run right here. And like the last set, that lead from 15-10 diminishes to 16-14. A 4-1 run in the last 5 points. A nice hit, and it's gone out. Tampa now 1 point down, 16-15. 4 unanswered. 5 of the last 6. Here in the middle of the third set, Tampa once again will serve. And once again it'll be Emily No. Save, it's going to go off the net. 17-15, Nova will reclaim a 2-point lead. And a new sub, in fact 2 will come on for Nova. Bruna Avia and Amanda Hall will re-enter the game. Bruna Avia's got 17 assists so far. Amanda Hall has 7 kills. That's a good play right here, and they can't recover it over the net, 17-16. And that's a good block from Tampa. It is 17-all. They have tied it up again at 17. And just like in the previous set, Tampa's 17-10 lead diminished to a tie. The 15-10 lead that was held by Nova has diminished to the 17-17 tie. It has been a great set of points for Tampa. 7-2 on the last 9. They're going to block it. Nova, it's over. Recovered by Tampa. They're going to misplay that block, but they're going to keep that alive. A great volley here. That attack, it's going to be a fault on Tampa. 18-17, Nova lead. These 10 points turned what looked like Nova pulling away into, once again, that dead heat we've seen for the entire night. They'll get the service once again. That's a great hit, but it goes a little far. 19-17. Nova regain a 2-point lead again as we get close to 20 and on. That's a good block right there, recovered by Tampa. Played well. A good dig right there. It's going to be recovered again for another attack. Once again blocked. It's a nice volley here. And it's going to be an error on the attack for Tampa, but they're going to get the point. There's a fault by Nova, and Nova not happy about that. One of the players talking with the net judge. And Nova's not happy about that. A little more deliberation here. Here's the sub for Tampa. On again and serving is JJ Ramirez. Tampa's had a great history with volleyball as they got a point to make it 1918. They, of course, had a run from 1996 to 2015 where they won every single conference title with the exception of 2004 and 2010. Or, nope, except for 2004. And Tampa can't win it back here. 2018, Nova is the first to reach 20. Tampa still has plenty of time to pull it right back. And on will come Mariana Fiocco for Nova. 2 subs will also be made for Tampa. Here's a serve from Nova. That's going to be a great block for the Sharks, 21-18. They've started to really get back in control as Tampa will take another timeout. The conclusion of set number 3 will be right after this.
They say college is a place for self-discovery, but this isn't the place for students to find their way, because our students know where they're headed. The school that got its start in a storefront knows a little something about ambition, focus, and shaping leaders. We've never had to climb out of our ivory tower. We're too grounded in the real world. Internships, research, guidance, and answers, leaving no question about a clear path to success. When you play to your strengths, you only get stronger.
And we are back here at the University of Tampa. I'm Taylor Storthy, and you are watching the most exciting night of the season for Tampa and Nova Southeastern so far. The battle for the Sunshine State Conference lead. 1-1 even after 3 sets. It's a 21-18 lead right now for Nova. Tampa's kept it alive though. And they won't be able to here. 22-18. Nova looking to go up 2-1 on the set total. Tampa's recovered. And there we go. Tampa's going to get the point. Oh, no. It's going to go to Nova. There's a fault on Tampa. Tampa not happy about that. I'm going to be honest. I didn't see exactly what was wrong with that. But as always, the call will stand. You can even see it from the bench. Tampa really displeased about that. And even from the crowd, you can hear a little booing. And again, that was an interesting play there. It's going to be a little bit of deliberation here over everything. And that is a play that could actually be crucial, as Nova's now 2 points away from winning the third set and taking a 2-1 lead. Kind of taking a look at the replay here, as there is going to be some deliberation from the referees. This has actually given Tampa a little bit of a breather, though, and a chance to try to disrupt the game flow, which could be important. And the point has been awarded to Tampa. After all the deliberation, it's 22-19. And good to see the play corrected here. And now, of course, Nova's going to be a little bit upset about that. But given that was the review, it really shouldn't be overturned. Tampa will also regain serve. It breaks up what would have been a 4-point scoring run for Nova Southeastern, which has been huge. And so far, Nova's been in control of the set, and they have had the better stats overall in the game. 97 attacks to 90, 46 to 35 kills. They've had a better hit percentage. They've also had more assists and less serve errors. They're equal on blocks, but Nova leaves on 37 to 26 digs. Both teams are ready as we're about to go right back to the action, as Tampa's going to prepare another serve. That's a nice block for Tampa, 22-20. And once again, it's going to be a serve for Tampa. I believe Brooksbank will remain on the serve. Actually. Saved and not able to be reached. 23-20. Nova are 2 points away in the set. Interesting to note, Tampa's got no timeouts left to use here, while Nova does have 2 that they could use if they're trying to strategize or let this lead slip. 23-20. And Katie McKeel with a great attack right there. Gets a kill of her own, 23-21. 23-21, Tampa on the serve. A nice attack is not able to be saved well enough by Tampa. 24-21 set point. I think it would be a break point in tennis, but set point right here. A win here puts Nova up 2-1. That would push Tampa to a must-win set 4. Great block at the line. It's 2-1 Nova Southeastern. As we take a 5-minute break before entering set number 4. And at that point, that was the 100th attack for Nova Southeastern. And after 3 sets so far, after a really solid block, it's a 2-1 lead for Nova Southeastern. Tampa needs to win this set to stay in the game and force a tiebreak. I think Tampa has it in them, but Nova has been in more control as of late. Tampa will need to dig down and push past their limits. Looking back at the general stats here for some of the players, Kate McKeel leads a 10 kill for Tampa, and Elizabeth Price leads in 10 for Nova Southeastern. The assist leader tonight is a tie between Madison Cook and Bruna Avila for Nova Southeastern, while Melissa Elias is 16 for Tampa. The leading blocker tonight is a 5-way tie. Melissa Elias, Callie Kors, and Sierra Razor for Tampa, alongside Mariana Fiocco and Brittany Lantry for 3. Oh, and Julia Bernards as well. But if the 4th set is anything like this 3rd set, it is still must-watch volleyball action. The Sunshine State Conference hangs in the balance. 2-1. We'll be back for the 3rd, 4th, and maybe final set of tonight's thrilling match.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And we are back for set number 4 tonight. Friday night volleyball here at the University of Tampa. A Sunshine State Conference fight for the conference lead. The 12-1 Spartans currently trailing 1-2 to Nova Southeastern, who are 13-0. Both teams have been so good this year, and both teams have been so good tonight. The first 2 sets were dead even heats. 50 points, 26-24 results, traded back and forth. Nova was able to get a slightly larger win in set 3, 25-21. And so far, Nova's been leading a little bit on the stats category, but you don't need to win on possession, don't need to win on anything. You just need to get more points. And Tampa will once again get the lead to start set number 4, 1-0. And Tampa's going to get it. 2-0. Sorrel Hoden has also been a great night so far. She's tied now with McKeel on kills. And a great save by Claudia. Chance for Tampa. And yes, they'll get it. 3-0. And that play was facilitated right there by Claudia Rivera, making a diving stop to keep it up. There's a reason she's been one of the stronger defenders as Tampa's libero. Claudia's done a great job. And it's going to be Nova's point, 3-1. And Tampa's done a good job so far to open up. Nova has found their first point, however. Here's the serve. And Nova's going to bring it back, 3-2. Once again, Nova Southeastern on the serve. That's going to be wide. Tampa will win the point again and get the serve back, 4-2. And so far this set, that has been close. Tampa's looked a little bit stronger off the get-go, but there's still plenty of time. And we've seen each team come back from deficits. And there's another set error for Tampa. I believe it's their 10th on the night. Service error right here. And that's unfortunate. And as you've seen, each of the sets so far, 26-24 and 25-21 set losses for Tampa. Those points could come back to haunt them. But Tampa's still fighting, still going. And Tampa will do a nice job watching it go out. 5-3. Tampa once again on the serve. And it's going to be 5-4 now as Nova wins a nice point off a good hit. That's going to get over the line, but they're going to keep it alive. And it looks like Nova will get a really big point here. Wow. That was a big save, and Tampa just couldn't recover. They had a great play at the net. And now 5-5. And now Tampa was caught napping. Nova's going to get a 6th point of the set here and take the lead for the first time. And Tampa once again, a good stop at the line, good stop at the net for Nova. They lead 7-5. It was a great block right there, and ultimately not able to be recovered. Nova again on the serve. And McKeel with a good play. And it's not going to be able to recover. An error on the set for Nova. 6-7, Tampa's down. They're going to get within one once more. Here's the serve for Tampa from Emily No. And not able to keep it in the air. 8-6, Nova takes the lead and holds it, expanding it to 2. And that is a massive play right there. Taylor Fossler with a massive attack that has led to a kill and great point. 8-7. Tampa are currently down, but they are not giving up. They have kept it close, and this is a must-win set for them. So you can tell they are giving it their all. Great save right there to get it back over. A good rallies to set up an attack. Blocked. Kept alive. They're just going to reset it for now. Foster with a block. Well, the point's going to go to Nova. 9-7. And coming off for now will be Elizabeth Price. 16 points played in the third set so far, and it's 9-7 Nova lead. That's a good bait by Fossler. Voice crack there. You can tell I've been a bit loud for most of the game. 9-8. Tampa maintains the lead, or still is down. Nova's got it right now, but Tampa is keeping it close. Claudia Rivera on the serve. Kept alive. And that's a point for Nova Southeastern again. 10-8. Here's to serve again. Kept alive, but no. 11-8. Nova's maintained a bit of control here. They've won the last 2 points. And they're back on the serve. But there's a service error. That's great for Tampa, 11-9. And they are going to be back on the serve as well. Emily No is going to be coming off for now. And a point will go to Nova Southeastern. A good attack there for them. 12-8. And another sub will come on. Madison Cook is going to be taking the serve here. Kay McKeel brings it back. However, it's going to be set up nicely. Tampa keep it alive. And 13-8. Once again, Nova is taking a bit of a lead here. Last time it was a 17-10 in the second set for Tampa, a 15-10 in the third set for Nova, and now a 13-8 lead for Nova here in the fourth set. And there will be a timeout. We'll be back after this.
They say college is a place for self-discovery, but this isn't the place for students to find their way. Because our students know where they're headed. The school that got its start in a storefront knows a little something about ambition, focus, and shaping leaders. We've never had to climb out of our ivory tower. We're too grounded in the real world. Internships, research, guidance, and answers, leaving no question about a clear path to success. When you play to your strengths, you only get stronger.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King.
The serve from Nova Southeastern as we are back. Fighting out action under the lights. And a great block from Tampa, making it 13-10. And Tampa has had one loss this season, and that was against 17th ranked Northwest Missouri State. And the game had gone similar. Entering the fourth set, Northwest Missouri State had led 2-1. Tampa won set number 4 and drew it to the fifth set, where they lost 17-15. Tampa's looking to turn that into a 5-set win, however, to maintain control of the South, to maintain the lead of the Sunshine State Conference. Here's the serve. That's a good recovery right there. Nova lead 14-10 still off a great point. And there's a great play from Tampa, 14-11. And you can tell they are fired up. They've already used one timeout this set, though. I think it's helped them regain a little composure, get some of their mojo back. And they're going to need it. They've got to keep pushing. And here's the serve. And a good misdirection play, as Nova will be able to catch Tampa off guard, 15-11. It has been a close game so far, but Nova have maintained a little bit of control. Tampa still trying to fight back. McKeel with a good play, recovered however. And they now lead 16-11. That's a good play and a good recovery from Nova. But it's going to be Fosler out. 17-11. Nova Southeastern doing a great job of trying to defend their lead. They've not lost a single point for a little bit here. And I think they've extended themselves to a 3-0 run, maybe even more. And another error from Tampa here, 18-11. And the final timeout being taken from Tampa. Nova have as large of a lead over Tampa as points needed to seal the deal. Can Tampa come back? That'll be answered right after this.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like
I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Tampa right back. Now they're the ones trying to swing momentum into their favor. 20-15 is the current score. And once again, Tampa on the serve. And once again, it's an error on the recovery. 2 aces in a row for Tampa, 2016. And that is going to be an error on the serve, 21-16. Tampa's still losing. And Price is going to step off for now. She's had a great night. 11 points, 1 from kills, 2 assists. Here's the serve from Nova. Tampa keeping the point alive. 22-16. Nova 1 step closer. That's a block, and they can't recover it. 23-19. Tampa are still in it. Another sub, and I think that's coming back into the game. Katie McKeel, at least shifting over to a different position. And Tampa on the serve. There it goes. Played up. It's a good block. And Tampa's going to catch him off guard. He'll get a point, 23-20. And for every set so far, no team has been able to complete it in under 45 sets. And with that, both teams have once again scored 20%. Really great offense, really great defense, and a really, really close game. Nova's still in control. They need 2 points to win. Tampa needs 5 points. Here's the serve. Blocked. And the point will go to Nova Southeastern. And we are set for match points, conference points. One of the most important regular season games could be decided here. Match point serve on the way. And they are going to defend it well. 24-21. Tampa regained the serve. Second match point for Nova Southeastern. And it's an error on the setup. They're not able to get a good attack. 24-22. 2 points for Tampa to get back to safety. It's the third match point here for Nova Southeastern. They get it over. And it's third time lucky. Nova Southeastern take the conference lead, 25-22, 3 sets to 1. The match has been decided. The Road Warriors maintain their undefeated run. Tampa falls to 12-2 on the year, 7-1 in conference play. Nova Southeastern with a massive win, improved to 7-0 in conference play, 14-0 overall. 25-22 is the final score for the fourth set, and 3-1 is the final score. Alex Soma, arguably player of the night with 14 kills. You could also look at Madison Cook and Bruna Avila, 25 and 24 assists respectively. Katie McKeel once again led Tampa in kills with 13. Stora Houghton with 12. The leading assister for Tampa was Melissa Elias with 22 on the night for her. It's been a great Friday night of volleyball, and I know for us and for many of the Tampa faithful, not the ending we were hoping for. But we thank you for tuning in tonight to see a very exciting game of volleyball, and one that unfortunately Tampa might look back on thinking we should have gotten that. For one thing for sure though, it didn't disappoint. 4 close sets, and we will see you next time on Tampa Spartans TV. I'm Taylor Sorthy, signing off. Thank you for joining.